Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and Carlton Club Corner. So, early on in the week when I thought about making this episode, I thought I'll start off by talking about the elephant in the room, which this week is the so-called death threats to Michael Voss. So the mainstream media reported Michael Voss had been receiving death threats. However, after the truth came out, what it actually was, it was a Collingwood supporter who messaged MCG's antisocial behaviour hotline, and this is what it read. And I quote, "I'd like to report 23 missing persons and preemptively report the murder of Michael Voss. A clear tongue-in-cheek joke, albeit a stupid joke, that the mainstream media has reported incorrectly. Just for a headline." Now, don't get me wrong, I don't condone these types of activities or anything like that. And it is only a sport. As much as we love it and we wear our heart on our sleeves and we get angry and we want to win and we support our clubs, death threats shouldn't be a thing for any player or any coach in any sport around the world. Having said that, not that this was one. So again, mainstream media, pull your heads in and report correctly. You guys just make my job so easy. That's why I'm here, because I only speak the truth. While you might not agree with some of my thoughts, I'm not here to talk rubbish. I'm not here to lie just for a headline. I'll always give you my opinion and my opinion only, and I won't hold back, ever. Anyway, let's get on to the episode and talking about Carlton Football Club. Another loss to the Brisbane Lions, the reigning premiers. We lost by 37 points. Mind you, at three-quarter time, we were down by 54 points. And again, tried to save face in the last quarter, as they always seem to do. They always seem to play well in the last quarter so they can save their selection for the week after. That's what gets me the angriest about this club. Where was it for the first three quarters? Where is it in every game for the first three quarters? Why is it the last quarter? And I have to hear these commentators say, "Oh, geez, that was a great effort by Carlton in the last quarter." Really? So because Brisbane didn't pile on another 6 goals, that was a terrible result for Brisbane, was it? If you've been watching football as long as I do, there's certain teams, the good teams, the teams up the top of the ladder, especially at this point in the season, that don't need to go out and smash a lowly team. Okay? That's just a fact. That's just the way it goes. So, this is why I say Michael Voss cannot be the coach going forward. He keeps playing these players. I'll be nice, I'll call them players. However, these players have been thieving and robbing this club for the last 12 months. That's what I've been talking about. These particular players have been robbing this club for 12 months, getting paid a fortune and giving back zero. The main culprit being Charlie Curnow. He's the main one. 4 games, 0 goals. Can you believe it? 4 games, 0 goals from a Coleman medalist. I'll go out on a limb, and I don't know this for sure, but I would say, in the years a Coleman medal has been running, I don't think a forward that's won it has gone goalless for 4 games in its entirety. I'll be honest. It's a disgraceful effort and should be treated accordingly by playing reserves football. That's the only way. That's the only way. If that was Lewis Young, he'd be out in a heartbeat. If that was any kid at Carlton, he'd be out in a heartbeat. If that was Kemp, he'd be out in a heartbeat. But because it's Charlie, oh no, we can't drop Charlie. That's Michael Voss speaking, by the way. He's the first one I'd drop. The very first one I'd drop. Moneybags Charlie Curnow. Who, mind you, let me know in the comments, If he's played a good game since kicking 10 against West Coast at about round 16, 17 in 2023, you tell me. Actually, I'm sure he's played a couple, but has he played more than 5 outstanding games for Carlton in the 2 years since he won the Coleman? Which, mind you, he kicked 10 twice against West Coast, who finished dead last, and won the Coleman by about 4 or 5 goals. Has he really done anything since then? 2 years. 2 years. He's done nothing. He goes missing in finals. He goes missing in big games. And yet, he's never dropped. Dare we speak of trade talk with Charlie Curnow? Oh, no, that's blasphemy, is it? Keep doing what you're doing, Carlton, like I've been saying for the last year. Keep doing what you're doing, and then you wonder why the results happen like they happen. TDK, Tom De Koning. Why are we still playing this guy? What? I just can't get it. I can't comprehend why we are playing this guy. Just when I thought this club couldn't get any dumber, you go and outdo yourselves and you keep playing this guy. I said 4 weeks ago, rest him. If he gets a major injury, the deal at St Kilda is in jeopardy. We cannot afford to pay him over $1 million, nor should we. And we cannot afford not to have a top 10 pick as compensation for Tom De Koning. We're not playing finals. There's nothing to gain. There's nothing to achieve. Rest this guy. He's our biggest asset going forward. So I just want to say my hat's off to the Carlton supporters that actually go to the game and support these players. I personally won't be going, nor do I think anyone should be going. We should be boycotting games or going to the games until changes happen. Major changes happen. And okay, they might not happen until after the season, but hey, what a statement. If not one supporter turns up, Carlton supporter turns up to a Carlton home game. What would that be telling the board? What would that be telling the coach? What would that be telling the players? So I'm going to end this episode in saying, Michael Voss, stop talking to our supporters in the press conferences like a politician. I don't care how many inside 50s we've got. I don't care how many clearances we've done. I don't care how many hardball gets we've got. I don't care how many tackles we've laid. All we care about is a scoreboard, and it's not happening on the scoreboard. So, sit back in your next press conference. I know you won't, because that's just how you are. You think this politician speak helps you keep your job with the board, and it probably does. That's another problem. Speak like a human being. When you're in a press conference, you're speaking to 2 sets of people. You're speaking to your players, who you get to speak to all throughout the week, and you speak to the supporters. Okay? So don't take us supporters as fools. Speak in simple terms and say it's not good enough, and say it's pathetic, and say, I know you can't call out players, but say the club as a whole is embarrassing its supporters. Come out and say that. I can tell you one thing, if you came out and say that, you might have some support from the Carlton people. But no, you just want to dismiss all the Carlton people. I never hear you say Carlton fans or Carlton supporters or Carlton members. I very rarely hear you say that. All this is about the players and the certain stats that we've won. There's only one stat that counts, Michael, the scoreboard. I've been going on about this for a long time. Okay, so next week we play Melbourne at the MCG on a Saturday night where no one's watching, which is probably fair enough for both these teams. Now let's see if we bring another debutant in. Harry Lemmy, is there any chance of him getting the game? And don't you dare drop Ashton Moyer. He's the only one who actually showed some excitement. We need some excitement at the club. It's actually a chore watching Carlton play at the moment. So let's get some flair and excitement and run. How about we do that, Michael? Do you think you can do that for 1 week? You can step outside your comfort zone? Drop Doherty, drop McGovern, drop Charlie Curnow, drop Doherty. I know. There's no chance. What am I thinking? I can't believe I'm even saying that. I kid myself sometimes. Anyway, there you have it. Another episode of Carlton Club Corner in the books. Let me know in the comments your thought about the Blues. What should we do going on for the rest of the season? What should we do? Should we play some kids? Should we rest De Conning? Do you think we should do that? I love reading your comments. I'll reply to all of you when I can at some point. Please forgive me. The response has been huge for Carlton Club Corner this year. And I read every comment. I really do. Honestly, too. I just don't have time to get to, 400 comments, reply to them. So forgive me in advance. Hit that like button, subscribe, keep supporting the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.